Alright, so a little bit of drama involving Super Eagles midfielder Wilfred Ndidi. As you may or may not know, he had to leave the Super Eagles camp after picking up an injury, and this was announced by the Nigerian Football Federation yesterday in the morning. Now, this news brought up a lot of reactions, one of which forced the Super Eagles midfielder to respond, and not just that, it also forced the Super Eagles head coach to respond. Before we get more into detail, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Now, one thing about some Super Eagles fans is that they're real skeptical when it comes to players dropping out. They're always thinking the player's faking an injury to miss a match. And in the case of Wilfred Ndidi, the public response wasn't that much different. But then, to add a little more fuel to the fire, a report came out claiming that Wilfred Ndidi left camp because he was asked to play at the central defender position. This report was made by a football commentator named Suleiman Folarin, and he claimed that Wilfred Ndidi was asked to play as a central defender by Jose Peseiro, and he didn't like that, and he basically faked the injury and left the camp. Now, about 3 hours after that post was made, the man himself, Wilfred Ndidi, got a hold of the tweet, and he issued a reply. He actually made 2 replies, one on Twitter and one on Instagram. On Twitter, he replied to the post itself, where he said, "How sure are you? Did you ask questions? Did you check your facts? No, you just decided to tweet. Bravo, you did yourself proud, sir." And on his Instagram story, he also touched on the subject. He put the post that was made with a caption underneath, and the caption reads, "And you keep complaining that I don't grant interviews. Hashtag check your facts. Embarrassing from you, Mr. Suleiman Folarin." Then, to completely close the case, Super Eagles head coach Jose Peseiro came out and spoke on the situation. Now, I'll play the full clip before the end of the video, but basically what the coach said was that the Super Eagles training staff has a relationship with the Leicester City training staff, and that led to the Leicester City training staff telling them that Wilfred Ndidi had a little bit of an issue in his last match with his club. So once he gets to training camp, he really doesn't train much, but after the training session, he told the coach that he felt something in his hamstring. They did an MRI, and from that, the coach decided that he should go back to his club. And this was because the coach did not want to risk his health for a meaningless friendly. So it's better that he goes back to his club. Let's not get him injured any worse than he is right now. Honestly, from the very beginning, the story just does not sound right. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that the story does not sound right. How are you telling me you're going to play Wilfred Ndidi as a central defender? Explain that to me. We only have 4 midfielders in camp. We have like 8 defenders already in camp. Why would you want to play one of your best midfielders as a central defender? Now, let's just think about it. Jose Peseiro has not started Frank Onyeka in any games. Then you have Rafael Onyedika just coming into the team. Are you telling me that he was going to start those 2 along with Alex Iwobi? Then you also look at the fact that we have 6 central defenders in camp. Are you trying to tell me that the coach was going to overlook William Truce Ekong, Kenneth Omweru, Calvin Bassey, Kevin Akpoguma, Chidozie Awazim, and Valentino Zonwafo just to play Wilfred Ndidi as a central defender? It makes absolutely no sense. Then you look at the character of the person that the story is made up about, and you see that it just does not add up. Wilfred Ndidi always seems to be a humble person, never has had an issue like this come up in his playing career, and I just don't see why it would start now. His first time with the new head coach, why would he want to pick a fight right now? I mean, you can even look at the way he addressed the issue. No real insults, no calling the man out of his name, just address what was needed to be addressed, and that was that. Now, what's really getting on my nerves is a few people trying to change the subject. They're trying to point to Wilfred Ndidi's Instagram post where he said the guy was asking for an interview, and they're basically trying to turn it into him saying, "See, this is why I don't give Nigerian journalists interviews, because they tell lies about you." But my whole thing about that is, that's not what we're talking about here. That's not what we're talking about here. Let's stay on the subject. I really don't like when people do this. They take one thing you say and try to flip the subject into that thing that you said. This is not what we're talking about. We're talking about a reporter making up a lie or Wilfred Ndidi doing something bad in the Super Eagles camp. It's either one or the other. But don't try to change the subject talking about, oh, you need Nigerian journalists and things like that. Nobody was talking about that. We're talking about the person making up a fake story, or if the story is real. That's it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this situation. Wilfred Ndidi calls out reporter/football commentator for claiming he's missing the match against Algeria on purpose. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.
Didi, okay, when he come, I give one relationship with all the staff, our players. The fitness coach from Leicester sent for our fitness coach one message that guy, we have that connection with them, that he complained in the last match. He come, he did a training without intensity, he did a small training but with conditioning, but he feels something in the hamstring. He did one MRI yesterday. I think it's better don't use them. Okay, it's possible, it's not danger, but I don't go to use one player in the friendly match if he can get more injured, for that he come back to Leicester today for recover faster there.